perfect ending. Okay. Well, this is not really the perfect ending, but no, because that's if you do that, you know you're putting a label on it. But I will do that. But there's the ending. If this gets shut down, I'm just going to do this video. Because handing out GTA advice is a bad thing. But I just learned. You can't talk about cheat codes for GTA here. That gets you in trouble. From what I learned. But I did restart the whole thing. Now I'm back to here. So I'm gonna get the if this shuts out, I'll just do this in video format. No one in my chat, don't ask for no cheat codes for GTA. Only because I just learned giving out cheat codes is a bad idea. If this does get streamed really well, then I'm going to put a perfect ending on this. But I had to go back and redo the questions and the puzzles again because I had a horrible story. So I don't get however I don't get the title of player play. Now I'm just doing this for y'all who want to see the better ending. As long as we stop talking about cheat codes for certain games. We should be fine. I got y'all. I got y'all covered. Yeah, this is the hard puzzle. But whatever, if I get kicked off, it'll be in video format most likely. I'll have to edit, put it together. But that's why I got booted off, because you can't teach people how to cheat in games. That's bad. Media trained version of me now, except that's a bad thing. So I had to start all over though. Because once you get a bad ending, you have to go back and do the same thing over and over. You have to restart it from scratch. It's funny because I went out of my way not to get a bad ending. And some of the questions, it's not that it's elementary type of questions. It's mostly the fact that most stuff is just really common sense, you know. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be hard. Okay. Okay, now it's getting better. When I first got into stream, things weren't as difficult. But I mean, how much did change when I was gone? I'm sure most of you guys can tell me. I was gone for too long. And so was the Avatar. He was gone for like almost 1,000 years. We needed him the most. Master of 5 elements. We could have used that power. Okay. This does get hard. I'm sure we're right in the I'm going to put this stream as just the perfect ending. If we can get to the ending, then that's good. If we can't, this will be in video format. So I'm not trying to get myself booted. No more boots. It's almost spring. You gotta take the boots off, man, at some point. It's not it. Yeah, it's not it. It's spring now. Oh, it's a learned valuable lesson. Stick to RPGs and fighting games. I gotta start over again, it says so. Luckily, this is not my content. So I don't think staying away is gonna be hard. But I'm obsessed with getting the good ending. I'm obsessed with it. especially on camera. Look close. This is something. That's alright. No, it's not because of bad internet. I said some pretty, I gave people some cheat codes to one of the greatest entertainment ever. And the company had to clamp down for giving cheat codes away. Can't be doing that. It's bad. And the cheat codes get you in trouble, so. And because it's not sponsored by the companies themselves. I take full accountability because we don't sponsor them here either. Everybody has to get their daily bread. They can live a quality life, and I'm here being media trained about it, saying that everyone should get a piece of the pie. You want to know what the cheat codes were? Just DM me on social media. I'll tell you what the cheat codes are. But we don't do that here. We are media trained people. We're not animals. Okay. Okay, good. There's the perfect ending. Yeah, okay. Too perverted. Middle. Okay, then that was it. That was it. Okay, I got the good ending. I think. I think I got the good ending. But I had to do two different playthroughs because when you mess it up once, you have to go through a different playthrough. Let's go until either the stream stops or if I get this bonus content, whatever it is. But there you go. But if I remember correctly, that was the last scene that I just did, so I must be getting some extra bonus credit for doing this way. So I can answer questions. Let's say it's got this light. Yeah, I'm gonna put the top first. Try to do this too. Yes. Mm. I have to come with a memories for thumbnail, but for right now, I'm not worried about that. But yeah, though, that was a spoiler. Since we're already here, yeah. If you get a good ending. Only you get a good ending, then you get the spoils. You can't skip the puzzles. You can only skip the questions. And they just give you the right answer. You just won't get the good ending. At least initially. Unless you decide to go back and play it through again. If I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't do it. You have to do it. I'm not doing this. I'm not failing on purpose. I really legitimately thought those one answers were the better answers because I'm going by common sense. That's the guide I have. It's common sense. Well, maybe not common sense, but you know, just the big brother way of doing things. You know. Because the common thing is to go as strong as possible. But then you mess yourself up by doing that. If you go for broke, you're going to end up broke. You never go for broke. I don't care who you are, you never go for broke. You never go for broke. Okay. You never go for broke. I mean, that's the normal way of doing it, but that's exactly why people were wrong about that. Because, yeah, just because everybody is doing something a certain way does not mean you should copy. Especially if in life you're trying to play the hard mode, because you're gonna be playing hard mode all the time doing that. Because everybody else is gonna be doing the same thing. and hoping it works. Okay, this is getting tiresome. I'm getting tired of this. I don't remember it giving me this option though, because maybe this is a new game plus thing. Like the more time you play something like this, it's like Silent Hill F with the multiple endings. You can only get the multiple endings if you play again. But, you know, you would have to like the game to do it. I did for a while now, but I have no hankering and wanting to play Silent Hill F again. It was good for the first time I played it. I just have no will to do it again. So I went and looked up the endings to those games. I really have no will to do that. As much as I love me some Silent Hill. I just have no will to do that. I hate when games do that. It's not like, you know... Yeah. Right. Oh, I see. Mm. This is like I have no, you know. First thing I was, the only thing I was disappointed is Ghost of Tsushima didn't have that. I would have liked to see what would happen if you played as an honorable samurai. If Jin, Sakai, things would have ended differently, but I guess you couldn't because you have to blame Yuna, and Yuna is an integral part of the story. So, you know, but still, it would have been nice if you were able to do that. But I think they purposely lock you out of that ending because that's how the story's going to go. You know, the true final boss was your uncle the whole time. You just didn't realize it. In Ghost of Tsushima. It's like the Garamond moment in Bloodborne. Of course, the good ending to that, you just allow yourself to be killed by Garamond. You get sent back to the regular world, but you're a regular person. You don't have the powers or anything you used to have when you were a hunter of the night. But I'm just saying the difference is, no, in the Souls games, no ending is locked out. Your first ending could just be a different ending than what it's supposed to based off your choices. And I like that better. So I would like to see a what if someone made a better choice than they did before, or you know. One thing I gotta ask about Ghost of Tsushima: does Jin actually end up with Yuna? Do they have a kid? And then many years past the line, Ghost of Yote happens? And if so, where's a descendant of Jin Sakai? Even though, yeah, the clan's disbanded, you know, you think there'd be, you know, kids between Yuna and Jin that pass their line down. There's only his clan that got disbanded. When he moved to that island, in Tsushima, they announced him as dead. Depending on what you do, if you actually defeat the uncle and give him a proper samurai death. I did because it was the only way to get the good ending. But it just opens up a lot of questions if there was if they would have made a DLC where Jay continues being a samurai, blames Yuna, and things could have played differently. Those are questions we'll never get. Yeah, I think the devs, and since Yote's out, Ghost of Yote's out, we'll never get that answer. We never had that. Not even in a live action show if they ever decide to do one. That's something we're never going to get. And we got to be happy about it. Well, it's just like real life. Once we do something in real life, that locks us into a certain ending. That's what I believe, at least. You better make sure you're good with any cause you got, or anything you're doing. Because you're going to be locked in a certain ending. In dating in real life, that is the case. Your dialogue options and everything you do that day, or didn't do that day, it gets accounted for. I didn't do anything. Yeah. There it goes. I agree. I didn't expect to feel this. Will we see each other again? Or won't we? Yeah. Well, yeah, if you keep bringing up a number again, you're pushing it. Be in touch. There you go. That's what you wanted to see. There it goes. Completed everything. And this is going to be just perfect ending.